Okay friends, now we are starting with chapter 8, which is cell cycle and cell division. First of all, let us see the introduction, a bit prefix of what we are going to study in this chapter. Now the chapter name is cell cycle and cell division. That is showing the two main processes what we are going to cover in this chapter. Now as we all know that growth is the fundamental property of living organism. Now basically it is the functional and structural, cell is a functional and structural unit of living organism, and the growth of that cell from a single cell to a multicellular body, that is what the main property of the body is. Various processes are there of multiplicating the cell and dividing the cell, and various events, important events are there which should take place for the growth of the particular organism into a multicellular body. Few important events of the body are increase in the cell mass, division of the cell, which is followed by duplication of the cell. Basically, there are three main events. First of all, there has to be an increase in the cellular mass, that is the content of the cell mass. Then whatever contents are there in the cell mass should be duplicated, and then the cell should be divided. So what will happen is, whatever amount of the material has been duplicated, it will equally distribute into the daughter cells. And that is the most important thing that has to be taken care, that whatever materials have been duplicated are equally distributed into daughter cells or not. So these three are the important events for the growth of a multicellular body. Increase in the cell mass, duplication of the genetic material or duplication of the cellular mass, and then equal distribution of those mass by dividing the cell into the daughter cells. So these are the important events. Now if we see that almost in an adult person, in an adult human, if you count the number of cells that they have, then in an adult human almost 10 raised to 14 cells are there. That means I can say that and this process starts from a single cell, which is zygote. So from a single cell zygote, continuous cell division occurs, and by that cell multiplication will take place. One cell will divide into 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8 and so on, and at the end almost 10 raised to 14 cells are produced, which will lead to the development of an adult multicellular organism. So this is how it goes. Now the time of cell division is not same in all the organism. We cannot say that all the living organisms are dividing or duplicating the material at the same time. For example, if we talk about a human body, then if we place a human cell into a culture medium, then you will find that every 24 hours, that is, I can say that in one day, a human cell divide only once in every 24 hours. It only divide one time, that is, in one day it divides only one time. On the contrary, if we talk about yeast, then yeast cell, it divides once in every 90 minutes. 90 minutes is almost 1.5 hour. So at every 1.5 hour an yeast cell is dividing and it is duplicating. On the contrary, human cell is dividing only one time, that too in 24 hours, every 24 hours. So in this way there can be a huge variation in the time of dividing of the cells. So at the end the cells divide. So basically the most essential criteria for growth of the organism is cell multiplication by cell division. That is the most important criteria for the growth. In this way, a single cell zygote will lead to the multiple division and will finally lead to a multicellular body of an adult organism. In this chapter, basically we are going to cover three topics. Three main topics are there in this. The first is cell cycle. Now this is the process in which we will study that before the cell undergoes division, what type of events are taking place, how the material will be duplicated so that it can be equally distributed into the daughter cell. That is all will be covered in the process of cell cycle. And next two are the process of division. One is the division which maintains the number of chromosomes. Whatever number of chromosomes are there in the parent cell will be maintained as it is in the daughter cells. The number will be same in both or all the daughter cells. That is called as mitosis. And the next is the process in which whatever number of chromosomes are there in the parent cell will be halved. The number will half, and then it will be half number of chromosomes will be distributed in each daughter cell. So that process is called as meiosis.